Hey guys, it's Dean Fraser here. Go ahead, keep looking.
He was hiding.
It's probably calling me at the chair.
Well, I don't know my book, so.
We're going to do our top 5 fiction novels or books today. Should reword that because it's not actually fiction. Our top 5 books.
Yeah, books, story series. Book series.
Alright, so mine are not going to be in any specific order. I just got my 5 for you. We'll go ahead and start with Chris, though, number 5.
Alright.
Are yours in a specific order?
They're not, but I happen to have most of these books right here. So let's start off with this one. This one, my wonderful viewers, is called The Mask of the Sun by Fred Soderhagen. This book is very, very interesting. I'll let you know right now. It's not your typical, obviously it is your typical book. It has a lot of crazy things in it. The setting and the story are not something that I would see coming in any way, shape, or form. Just a little bit of a, not a spoiler, but just a little bit of a preview. It happens, I'll read it back for you. It is an ancient Aztec mask with a fortune in gold, but it holds more power than the human mind can comprehend. Tom Gabrielli has dredged it from the sea and vanished. Mike Gabrielli dared to wear it, and his life will never be the same. Suddenly, he is the focal point of an inconceivable war between time-traveling Tenochcas and 16th century Incas. The more that his life is at stake, the total dissolution of history as we know it will be the price for his failure. The key to victory is an unimaginably awesome weapon from the future, and the only man who can defeat Mike Gabrielli also wears the Mask of the Sun. Great book. I recommend it. I know it sounds weird, but it's kick-ass.
My number 5 is going to be The Fire Within. It's kind of a kiddie book about dragons being made out of clay and coming to life. But I really liked it. I was younger when I read it, of course. Most of the books that I read when I was in high school. I'm not too big of a book reader nowadays. But The Fire Within in the series that it comes with, very good series. Definitely check it out on Amazon or at Barnes & Noble if you're interested in that kind of thing. Definitely worth looking at. And number 4, are you ready?
Yeah.
Right, number 4, Chris.
Number 4, right here. I don't have one of the book series with me. I have all of them except for one. This one starts off with The Stone of the Stars, right here, by Alison Baird. This is also an exceptional book. I have not read it in quite some time. I know it sounds bad, I don't exactly remember what happens in the books. I'm going to have to go ahead and reread them before I buy the third one. I know that, let's see here. Leveraging the once peaceful world of Mera, the evil god King Talazar and his army of barbarians seek a legendary talisman of unfathomable power, called the Stone of the Stars. But the other clues to its location are contained in an ancient scroll which rests in the hands of 4 young fugitives. Now this quartet of innocents, a storyteller, a priest, a runaway slave, and a visionary, must find and uncover the real nature of the stone. Pursued by Talazar's fanatic warriors, these travelers will journey to a long-vanished mystical isle where humans once dwelt alongside dragons. And it is here, amid the haunted ruins of a city built by a forgotten race, that their quest and their destinies will truly begin. Great book. If it says anything, I don't remember what it's about, and I still think it's a fucking kick-ass book, so, yeah.
My number 4 is, we're going to go ahead and say the Bible. Now, I don't know if you can give it to me upside down. Is the Bible here?
Yep. MacArthur Study Bible, very fancy. It's about $85.
So if you're interested in religion at all, definitely definitely a good book. Scary as hell, quite literally. Makes you rethink your life on a lot of things. So if you're into religion, if you're Christian, Catholic,
Protestant, Baptist, Presbyterian.
Well, I guess technically Catholic is Christian too, but Anyways, we're not going to break down into that. Go ahead and read a few
All of
chapters.
it Christian, sex Christian.
Yeah.
Insane.
But if you're, just take a few minutes out of your day to read a little bit of it. If you really want a good book to read out of it, Revelations. It's about the end of the world. It's pretty scary when you go to think about it. So, yeah. Like I said, I haven't read the whole thing. I've only read parts. But, I like it. I like it. 3.
The Dragon Bone Chair. Memory, Sorrow, and Phone by Ted Williams. This book is quite the interesting book, very, very entertaining. It's about a kitchen scullion named Simon who escapes the castle and goes on a quest with the king's brother, who is handicapped, one of his hands cut off, and they're on a quest to find these 3 swords, one of which right now is actually in the hands of King Elias, which is the evil king right now, King Joshua's brother. The second sword is actually in the the first one is in the possession of Elias, which he's the evil king, and he got it from the evil Norns up north. Then Simon finds the second sword, which is extremely heavy and can only be wielded, it can be wielded like a feather if the time calls for it. And then the third one they're on a quest for to keep Elias from getting it and bringing the Storm King from pretty much destroying the world. It's very, very, very good. I've read this one. I've read to Green the Tower Part 1. I have not read to Green the Tower Part 2. And that's what it is, right? Yeah. Dragon Bone Chair, Stone to Farewell. I've read that one. And then I also have read the Green the Tower Part 1. I do not have the Green the Tower Part 2. I have to finish reading that. But so far, they've been excellent books.
We're on number 3.
Yeah.
Okay, my number 3 is actually going to be the Star Wars series of books. I have not read all of them. There are a ton of Star Wars books out there. But I read the one that is what everybody on the internet is thinking is going to be the new episode. Here, episode 7. It's an older one. Not the same time zone, but yeah, Star Wars. They've got really good series. That's actually a very small book. So I mean, if you're in school and you've only got an hour of class that you can't like study hall or whatever, that one would be one that you could probably finish in about a week. So, but there's quite a few of them. Definitely really good books, good reads. So maybe take the time to read something if you like Star Wars. You like reading books. Number 2.
This is my previous number 1, but it's not now my number 2.
These last 2, I think, are both the same for us.
They're not.
They're not?
They're not.
Most of them?
Not even close. Right here. Aragon, Aldous, Brissinger, and Inheritance by Christopher Pellegrini. These books are, let's say, fantastic. Alright. As you can see, I like dragons. These have dragons in them. Number 1 actually does not have dragons in it. But Christopher Pellegrini is just a gifted academic as well as a writer. I mean, the story development is just as great. His characters are dynamic. You feel like you know them. You get attached to them. You can almost predict what they're going to do without, before you even see it. You know how each one is going to react to a different situation. Sometimes they do surprise you, but plus they have magic and swords and dragons and an evil king.
There's also a dragon rider.
Yes. Aragon's dragon rider as well. No, I'm not spoiling for anybody who's read it, but yes, Aragon is a dragon rider, and so is King Galbatorix.
You spoiled it when you said Aragon was. I mean, shoot. Everybody's going to know the bad guy is, but...
They're not going to know Aragon. The first book is going to be the dragon rider. Let me tell you.
It could have been his uncle. Or it could have been
Did you read
wrong.
the last one?
No, I did not read the last one.
Spoiler alert. Just kidding. I won't spoil it for you guys. What?
Huh?
What?
What?
What'd you say?
Nothing.
When you said something, what'd you say?
I blew a spoiler.
What'd you say?
No, I'll repeat it to you after.
I bet you said.
Huh? No.
Oh, dude, you're such a dick. Okay, number 2, Alex.
Don't rewind it. Do not. My number 2 is also Aragon, so we're going to go on number 1.
I don't know if you guys have ever seen The Legend of the Seeker on TV. That TV show is based off the first book in this series, which is The Sword of Truth by Terry Goodkind. Just simply, there are 2 or 3 of them maybe out of the 12 that are, just average, but oh my god, the other ones are I just couldn't put them down. They're just so awesome. The character development is even better than in Aragon. One thing I thought was annoying at first, but actually I came to enjoy, was the fact that he does go back and repeat things a lot, but it makes it, he does it in a place where you might have started to forget about something that's going to be important in the future, and so it keeps it fresh in your mind. Just the story is just so interesting the whole time. I mean, it's riveting. Like, it's on the edge of your seat. You just can't, oh my god, what's going to happen next? It's turn. 8 hours later, this next book, gotta go, drive 45 minutes to some obscure bookstore to find the next one. And this is, it actually starts off with The Wizard's First Rule, which is the show is based off of that one. It's just, oh my god. This book is phenomenal. It's always just phenomenal. It's just great. Everybody needs to go and read it right now. Just stop watching. Don't stop watching. But after you get done, go get one of these books.
See, my number 1 is Lord of the Rings. I read all of them about 10 times, including The Hobbit. At first, that was the first book that I got, was Lord of the Rings, and it was a book that was about 2 times the size of the Bible, and it had The Hobbit, the Lord of the Ring, the Fellowship of the Ring, Two Towers, and Return of the King all in one. I read it about 10 times before the movies came out. And then the movies came out, and I was like, oh, I forgot this! Oh, I forgot this! Oh, I forgot this! And my mom was like, what? What are you talking about? I was like, yeah, you didn't read the books.
Well, speaking of which, don't ever play the Aragon game. And don't ever watch the movie.
The movie's alright.
The movie is okay if you've never read the books.
Yeah, as soon as you read the book, you're going, holy shit, this movie should have been about 3 hours long, and they missed everything.
So, Laura's got blonde hair, and no, she doesn't. It's blonde. It's black.
They missed everything and mixed things up.
Yes. Yes, it is.
So, but then again, we all know why they did that, don't you?
Boys, what?
You know why they did that, don't you?
Why?
Why is everybody's hair blonde instead of black? Guys think blonde chicks are hotter. So, well, what's going to make you want to watch something? A hot blonde
Accuracy is going to make me want something. Accuracy.
A hot blonde elf chick or a decent brown hair?
A decent brown elf, because most elves don't have brown hair. That's very distinct and unique.
It's true. It's very true. But
Plus, she can sing the lyrics very well.
innuendos.
Oh yeah. But anyway,
That's our top 5 books, guys. Please rate, comment, subscribe. Definitely give us a comment saying your top 5 books. If you haven't read any of these, go ahead and let us know. Hey, I liked or hated this.
the first 2 people who cannot afford The Wizard's First Rule and leave us a comment about it, I will buy that book to you and I will send it to you. Because I'm going to be changing your life. Alright? I'm not even joking. Make a comment.
You don't want them to make a comment then. You want them to
Send us an email.
make a comment and then send it via email.
Oh, los pobrecitos.
And then if we respond to your email and say, okay, hey, yeah, Chris said that you saw that you were one of the first 2. then that's when we'll start exchanging information, actually mail stuff to you. Don't leave your address in a comment. Please don't. No address,
Especially if you're very
email.
If you're at least a halfway decent female, do not leave your address anywhere.
And comments should not have addresses, phone numbers, emails, anything like that. Unless you're just making up total BS just to screw with somebody, go for it. Have some fun. So next on the agenda, normally we don't cover things like this until Wednesday, but our internet service provider is being a dick. So we're going to be swapping internet service providers. That's why you've not seen us much this past 2 weeks. I've tried to live stream a little bit, and it popped up and said, "Hold on, you're going over your 250 gigs." I've never, personally, I lived in Indianapolis, and I never ever ran into that before. And he's like, "Yeah, it's happened to me a couple times." I'm like, "Well, fuck. How am I supposed to live stream?"
Burrito is a little different. There are people, a lot of prawn watchers.
So,
nothing to episode 3.
So, yeah, we're going to be switching ISPs sometime soon, hopefully. We got to talk about that after this, figure out what exactly we're going to do. So definitely shoot us, or definitely leave us a comment and stuff. We will see you Wednesday, but then after Wednesday, I don't think we'll see you again until next Monday because the cycle resets on the 9th, which is Monday. So try not to go over too terribly much. So we'll see you Wednesday.